Hi there, I'm Elijah Mounts with Mount It Pro, and I'm the product manager, and I'm going to give you a booth tour here at InfoComm 2026. All right, our first product that we want to show, we have a brand new point of sale system. This kiosk is designed to use touchscreen displays, and we have optional card reader and a printer tray as well. So it's a perfect all-in-one unit for any quick serve, commercial applications, train stations, anything that you need to get your products out to the customers in those environments. Next up here, we have a unique application. So this is a 105-inch 21:9 display. And what's really cool about this setup is that we have a dual push and pop out system for it. Because of the size and the weight of the display, our scissor system uses two mounts spread across a monitor bracket that's 1500 by 600, which is anywhere 3 to 4 times larger than what you'd normally use for a display. And what's cool about this is both scissors will actuate at the same time, and it will provide smooth movement for this display. So I'll go ahead and show you right here. And with this function, you have access for rear service access for your technicians to be able to make changes to the display, maybe switch out media players, basically anything that would normally obstruct having that space behind there for maintenance. And with this, it just makes it extremely smooth to be able to get back behind there and service it. And just like that, we're locked back in, ready to go. Next up, I'd like to show you one of our flagship models. This is the Beast. This is actually a newer special version of this one. This is called the Beast XL. And the difference for this one is we have extended VESA, able to utilize VESA patterns up to 1200 by 900. So this has all of the same features as our flagship Beast. So you can extend the display up to 40 inches from the wall while maintaining its impressive 275-pound weight capacity. And the reason that you would want to be able to have such a long extension is being able to pivot displays, something up to 110 inches. And with that range, you're actually able to pivot your display without the bezel colliding with the wall. Because normally, if you don't have that kind of reach, you're not going to be able to get, much of a tilt out of it. So with this, we're able to accommodate those, much larger displays. This is perfect for commercial environments or even home theater systems that, you want to utilize something up to 110 inches. And I'll show you a little more about this one. So along with that extension, you also have full tilt and swivel micro adjustment. So you can get that display in the perfect angle based on what's needed for your viewing experience. Next up, I'd like to show you something really special. This is our newest flagship product here at InfoComm 2026. So we have the patented Zaxis micro system. And what this is our modular direct view LED system. It is the second evolution of our current award-winning system. But what this does is takes all those same features that you know and love and squishes it way down. And when I say that, that is because our depth is only 43 millimeters from the wall. So this is perfect for projects that require ADA compliance, which basically means that the mount plus the display cannot exceed more than 4 inches from the wall. And so with this, we have several features integrated into such a small footprint. What we have is wall mounting brackets that have built-in horizontal adjustment. You can kind of see that here between the lag and the wall mounting plate. The LED adapter plates here are made specifically for the manufacturer's cabinet that you'd like to run. With direct dvLED, there's no standard for, like there is for VESA for displays. Instead, we custom make these specifically for the cabinet that you'd like to run to guarantee perfect edge-to-edge fitment. And these actually have y-axis adjustment as well. These can freely move along the vertical rails here so that you can get the exact spacing or micro adjustment that you need there. And as far as the depth control, we have a special proprietary screw that we use. So this is something that we include with our mount for the cabinet that you'd like to run. Essentially, you would have 4 of these screws go into your LED cabinets. So those are going to bolt into the back. And when you're setting these onto the mount, we have a pan head and a flange, so it's designed to push right in without shooting through, and that will just drop in and lock into place. Now, what's really cool about this bolt is it actually has a front and rear hex driver. So what that means is that while it's sitting in our mount, you actually can front service depth control just with a 3mm hex. And then turning this left or right is going to basically give you that depth control. And it's going to keep it in a extremely small form factor. Let me show you what it looks like with cabinets on. So next we have the same system that we just saw without the cabinets. We're going to show with the cabinets here. This is in a 3x3 configuration. And with this up against the wall, let me show you the side profile here. We're actually at 3.5 inches in depth. So that leaves us with a 1/2 inch of additional room, or if you have a different cabinet that may have a different depth. This is going to be able to give you that total footprint of less than 4 inches from the wall. So a couple extra really cool features about this one is because it's such a smaller footprint for your components, we're able to reduce the size of packaging needed for it, and that also increases it helps streamline the production time for assembling and mounting this to the wall. So with that said, let me show you the next one. Next up, I'd like to show you one of our medical carts. So this guy is designed for any medical environments that require antimicrobial features. So essentially what that's going to do is allow this to be used in medical environments without having to worry about basically holding on to any bacteria. So this can be wiped down really easily and kept in sterile environments. What we have here is a lift to be able to raise and lower this one. And right there is a gas spring, so I'll just show you a quick lift on that one. So you can get it exactly to the height of the user that needs to use it. We have, this is actually modular as well, so we have several different options available. You can have your laptop on here, along with the lock boxes down here. You can also run a 100 by 100 VESA arm on here for any type of monitor or touch screen that you'd like to run on it. And the best part about this one is we have a hot swappable battery on this so that you can freely move this along, and you would have basically access to a consistent power source. So you don't have to worry about any cords or anything or having to be plugged into the wall. You can just freely move this into any room that it's needed, or just be able to reposition it, I should say, quickly inside that room. All right. On the other side here, we have several options for digital signage. This one that we're showing today is the 20843, and this is an example of an enclosure for a 55-inch display. This can be used in several environments. My favorite one is movie theaters. So, when I was in high school, I worked at a movie theater, and we would always have to put up the movie posters. Now, something like this, you're able to incorporate your digital signage, and for example, you can just run a display and a AV over IP or any type of content player, And in that kind of example, you could, change your movie posters on the fly or have multiple ones ready rather than just having to use a static backlit sign. So something like this is really awesome. These can be custom tailored for your needs. So it doesn't have to just be a 55-inch. We can do anything ranging from, a 43-inch display all the way up to a 98-inch display. This example right here is going to be wall-mounted. We can also do kiosks that are freestanding or bolt-down, depending on the needs for your project. All right. Let's keep it rolling here. This wall right here, we have a few different options for ADA compliant. So again, similar to what we talked about for the Xaxis Micro, projects that require less than 4 inches in depth from the wall. So the mount plus the display cannot exceed that range. So what we have here is just ultra slim options for you. The top one right here, we have a heavy duty. So this would just be for a fixed display. Anything up to, you can go up to 120 inches. And it has a total depth of 1.4 inches. So that allows you 2.6 inches in depth for any display that you'd like to use in that case. I'm going to go ahead and set this back for one moment. This one right here is a full motion mount, and it actually, in the closed position right here, we're looking at 1.1 inches. And so what this allows you to accomplish is to be able to extend from the wall up to 16.5 inches without compromising, a thicker depth that usually comes with full motion mounts. So same type of features that you would expect from a full motion. You have full range of swivel for the extension and for the swivel. You have tilt control. And then you also have, several VESA options right here for whatever display you want to use, going all the way up to a 600 by 400. But yeah, this one is one of my favorites just for being able to tuck back in so flat to the wall. It sits actually closer than, a lot of fixed or tilting mounts. So this is definitely one of my favorites. And I have used this in several environments, including my own personal. And then last, for our ADA section that we're showing today, we have a push and pop out. So this would be if you'd like to do an LCD video wall or menu board that has to be, within that 4-inch requirement. So the same type of thing is sitting flushed in the closed position to the wall to make that 4-inch requirement. And when it needs to be serviced, you can easily pop this guy out to be able to have rear service access. You also have everything that you would expect from an LCD type of menu board. And that is, you're going to have XYZ adjustment. So you can freely move along the horizontal. These right here, these knobs will control the depth of the display. So if you need to do any leveling, you could even technically add a tilt if you wanted by extending the top and retracting the bottom. And you also have vertical adjustment that would be integrated into part of the bracket that goes that will connect to the display. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one back. And on the other side here, I'd like to show you our stealth storage. We have a lot of new additions. I'll start with our returning favorite. This one is one of our highest demand accessories with Mount It Pro. This is a behind screen storage slider. And what this allows you to do is to have a serviceable, removable rack behind the display. And so this would be hidden, and you would be able to slide this out and release the safety locks here. And you can actually pull this rack off to be able to service it. You can put mini PCs, streaming players, codecs, receivers, anything that you need for your AV over IP needs, and still be able to tuck that behind the display. So it does not require, you do not need to basically be removing displays to be able to get to something that's stashed behind the wall. Speaking of stashed behind the wall, we have two new options that are, this is the first that you'll be seeing this at InfoComm 26, is we have in-wall storage boxes. We have two sizes available here, and we have really cool tilt adjustable tilt mounts showing different use cases of this. And so with these in-wall boxes, you have several options for mounting same things, streamers, receivers, anything for AV over IP. And in addition to that, you have power knockouts available. So the smaller one has a 1 gang, so a box for 2 outlets, and then the top has enough room for a 4 gang, so you can have up to 4 outlets integrated into here. And there are several options of knockouts for running power and data through the wall as well, or if you want to run an internal feed with an exit, just to keep everything stealth. So no wires, no mess, just that levitating display look that we all want. And these mounts that we're showing today are a perfect example of something designed to have enough space to sit behind there, that you can pull the display out and have access to what you need to stash behind there. And I have one more that I'd love to show you. Let me take you over here. This last one that we have here to show today at the show, this is a smaller version of our conference and collab system. So this is fully modular. Right now we have the space to show you a single screen version, but this can go up to a dual, triple, whatever you need. The idea is for corporate boardrooms or video call rooms that are designed to have a camera, a soundbar shelf, and whatever size display or multiple displays that you'd like to run. So this can be fully configured to whatever your environment needs. For example, this one, a single display with a camera and soundbar, and that's essentially everything you'd need to have your corporate Zoom calls or any type of video call service. And with that, that is our latest product offerings. For more information, you can visit us on our website at www.mount-it.pro. I'm Elijah, and we look forward to working with you on your next project. Thank you.